Hey, good morning. This is Greta Ross here, Mind, Body, Soul Shift, and we're still working with the segment of Your Health Matters. And so, want to say welcome, good morning. We're doing something special this morning. We are Zooming live with the Idea You Walkers. Their real life experiences. So I have a very special guest this morning, and her name is Calandra Williams. And Calandra, how are you this morning? Beautiful. Good morning.
I'm doing good, Miss Greta. Good morning, everybody.
Thank you so much for joining us. Now, I had a challenge on Facebook. It started March the 1st through March 31st, and you were one of the participants that was willing to come on and kind of share your experience and how you felt and what has happened since then. And I really appreciate you taking your time to share your story with everybody. So tell us about who you are, Calandra, and what it is that you do.
My name is Calandra Williams, and I do a lot. My main purpose in life, of course, is I'm a follower of Jesus Christ, and I love him and I serve him. But then I also serve his people in just many capacities. So in the church, I'm on the prayer team, I'm on worship logistics. I have my own ministry, which is Majestic Daughters Empowerment, where we have Bible studies and conferences. Then I also am a entrepreneur, so I own my own business where I help social entrepreneurs incorporate their nonprofit organization. So yeah, I do a lot,
Awesome.
but I always
Yes.
say I serve Jesus and I serve his people, so that just keeps it simple.
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's awesome. You are just a very, very busy lady. And being so busy, um, sometimes you can kind of take your health and put it on the back burner because you have so many other things going on and it doesn't seem like it's a priority. But can you tell us why you participated in the 31-day challenge?
Yep, definitely. When I saw it, I knew like I needed to be a part of that because with like you said, everything that I do, plus I'm a wife,
Mhm.
I'm a mom, I have four kids, one is out of the house,
Woo.
and three are still at home. So I mean, we were, in the midst of pandemic, I was doing virtual learning with the kids, trying to assist them, and then I have a newborn that was just born in December, so I was trying to juggle all of that, and I found myself not having the time to commit to just exercising. At first, I would like do a video every morning for 10 minutes. And then as life started to pick back up, like I just didn't have the time. So I was like, man, okay, I can commit to this. I'll walk every day. Oh, it's going to be so good. And then like life was happening. And I was like, I kind of got into that rut of like, man, I didn't do it this day or I didn't do it this day. And I really had to give myself grace during the challenge and
Hmm.
just be
Hmm.
like, okay, it's okay, you missed one day, but pick it back up tomorrow, whatever
Right.
that looked like. So yeah, it pushed me out of kind of that rut or my comfort zone of kind of like
Hmm.
when you get
Hmm.
off of track from doing something, you feel like, well, it's too late now. I don't miss, I don't need to go back. But I was like, no, so what I started doing is because of that challenge, I knew I couldn't do it every day. But every time I take my son to football practice, which is 3 days a week, I make sure I get out of the car with the baby and we walk for 30 minutes.
Good, good, good. So tell me, how did you feel that first week after the first week?
I felt really good. Like I felt like relief. I felt rejuvenated. I felt better. Like I felt like a weight was lifted off of me. Like not that I wasn't depressed or anything like that, but it
Right, right.
felt good just to be out like breathing air and
Hmm.
walking. And then like, felt a little pain after, but I was okay. But I was like, no, I just gotta keep exercising this thing.
Right,
I keep
right.
doing it. And it makes it easier. But
Hmm.
yeah, I
Hmm.
felt so much better, like so much better just to have that little 30 minutes of exercise and not even thinking about the time, just
Right.
walking. Like I think
Hmm.
when you think about it so much, like
Yeah.
30 minutes, oh, that's a long time, but it gives me time. Like I may listen to a podcast or I'll listen to
Yes,
like some worship music or
yes,
yeah, I
yes.
try not to talk on the phone because that's distracting and that's kind of,
Right,
bringing
right.
so much in, but trying to find other positive things to do while I'm just
Yes.
taking a stroll.
And here's another thing that that I share with people when it comes to walking, because if you're walking 30 minutes, so let's say that you got busy throughout the day, or throughout the day you just, you had something on your mind and you just really needed to have that time to really think about it, or to really share your heart with God. That 30 minutes is a good time to release things that you need to get rid of. That's a good time for that. So if you didn't get your 30-minute prayer time in the morning, guess what? When you go on your walk, guess what? It's nature, it's the birds chirping, you got the fresh air going on. Why not put that in there? And then when you get done, imagine, try seeing how much better you're going to feel even after having that conversation with him and listening to what he has to say during that time.
Yes.
So when you think about it like that and you say, wow, and then when you try it and you see how much better you feel, I guarantee you that you'll feel better. So going into the second week, how did you do?
I did good. Again, once I realized like I couldn't commit to every day, but I
Hmm.
could commit to those 3 days because I knew I was
Hmm.
gonna be outside with him anyways. I definitely felt so much better. And like you say, you bring up a great point. It was my time to commune with God. So like
Yes.
taking care of my physical health, but then also taking care of my spiritual health at the same time. So it worked out great for me.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I think that that's a good point, and it may be a point that people may not have even thought about. And the reason why I bring it up is because during the time when I got diagnosed with the diabetes and high blood pressure and all that, my time of walking was my time to share with God and to listen to for his instructions on what I needed to do and how I needed to do it in reference to my health. So that was my time to say, you know what, I have to get some answers. So sometimes I would walk for hours and wouldn't even realize how long I walked, only because I'm so busy listening and praying and talking to him and listening. So it's really a good time that, if you think that it's 30 minutes is a long time, try spending that 30 minutes while you're walking and talking to God, and let's see how short the time goes by. It will really fly by. So tell us about why you committed and you pushed yourself through those first 2 weeks.
I committed to the process because of I found myself kind of in that sunken place of not working out and not committing to the time to do it. And again, like because I had got off track, I was just like, oh, forget about it. So when I saw it, like I just felt like my spirit was like, that's something you need to do. So it definitely helped me to kind of get out of that place. And then I found myself like gaining weight. Like I'm at home all day. So I'm like
Yeah.
constantly snacking. I'm like,
Yes.
oh no,
Yes.
I cannot do this. So it definitely just helped to push me really out of that comfort zone that I was in
Yeah.
and kind of breaking, kind of setting me up for a
Right.
different routine. So now I
Hmm.
know that on Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, I'm walking for 30 minutes. And of course I
Right.
want to build up to where I do it more, but you
Hmm.
got to start somewhere. And that
Right.
somewhere
Right.
for me was with this challenge. And so I've continued even through April, I'm still doing it.
Awesome. That's what I was going to ask you. How did you feel about, continuing that? And that's good that you want to pick up more time and just kind of get it in. But so you said that you paid more attention to what you were eating. So the walking actually made you more aware of other things in your life. How was your sleeping during the walking? Did that
So
improve?
it
I
did
mean,
improve.
I know you
I
have a
have a
newborn.
newborn. Yeah,
Right,
I have
right.
a newborn, but my sleeping did improve. Like I felt more rested. Like with the newborn, I would kind of wake up and I would still kind of be dragging a little bit, but
Hmm.
I feel more rejuvenated now. Like I wake up and I'm like ready to take on the day. I take
Awesome.
minimum naps. Yeah, I don't think I really take a lot of naps. Maybe one because I was dealing with allergies and stuff this
Hmm.
week.
Hmm.
But other
Right.
than that, like I just feel good. Like I think the other night I stayed up to 2 o'clock just working. I'm like, I'm not even sleepy. I need to go to bed. Like what's wrong with me? But yeah, it definitely has improved my sleep. I think it just improves my quality of life. I can tell there's something different. But also
Right.
it did make me aware that I was snacking a lot. And I was like,
Yes.
man, I can't be putting on no extra pounds. Like, I don't need all that in my life. It takes too much to get it off. But I can
Yes.
definitely see like inches are coming off and all of that just from walking
Good.
for 30 minutes. Yep.
Yes, yes. And it makes a big difference. And I know people will think, well, it's only 30 minutes, but yes, it's only 30 minutes. But if you are consistent with that 30 minutes, you will see a difference. And it makes you so aware of so many other things in your life. And that's the whole point of this, because people always say to me, well, can you train me? And my first response is, you know what, if you can just walk for 30 days, and they look at me like, huh? Walk? Are you serious? It's like, that's yes, because first of all, I need you to see some results. within that 30-day period, because then it makes it easier for you to do, something now that what you become aware of your eating um, for the last 31 days. Now you're taking that forward. You know what I'm saying? And so now the weight is going to come off even faster for two reasons, because now you're watching what you're eating and the sleep that you're getting. You're getting good quality sleep. And people don't understand that quality of sleep is directly linked to weight gain. And if you want to lose weight, then your quality of sleep really has to be on point. And it also controls your eating, because people who sleep better take in less calories. And I did a whole thing about that, and it's coming up on one of the shows that I'm going to be doing. But so it's really important, and that's why I challenge people to prove me wrong, that your quality of sleep won't improve, and that you won't be aware, that you will become more aware of what you're eating. And that was the whole point of the challenge. And you actually proved every point that I wanted to make to people. I mean, and this is the first time that we're speaking since you came, since the challenge ended. And every point that I pointed out on Facebook, I mean, you covered it and you proved it, and I'm so thankful that you are willing to share this, because other people need to know, that it makes a difference, and I'm so proud of you. Even if it was just the commitment of the 3 days, you were committed and you stuck with it, but you saw results, even though it was only 3 days a week. So imagine if you did it 5 days a week.
Yes. I'm gonna push and build up to it.
Yeah, you will. Because what's going to happen is you're going to start finding the time. You're going to be like, you know what? Hey, I got an extra 20 minutes. Even if it's only 20 minutes, it's not 30 minutes. You're going to be trying to find a way to fit it in, because it's going to start making you feel so even more better, and your quality of life is going to continue to improve. And not the other thing is that how it's going to affect your family, because your family is going to start seeing your health is going to start to improve. Next thing you know, your kids are going to start walking with you, your husband's going to start walking, and everybody's life is going to improve, just because you decided to take this challenge and follow through on it and start to feel better. And guess what you feed in your family is going to change, so they're going to improve there. I mean, it's just a benefit all the way around. And I thank you for taking the time to share. I really do. And hey, do you have anything that you'd like to add to what you experienced? Well, how was the motivation? Was that something that helped you? Because I know a lot of people do have a problem with staying motivated to exercise or just to walk. How was that for you?
I think you brought up a good point at the beginning, is that I did struggle, because I think exercise, it is not fun. And I like fun. I like to, but that's when I found the time, like, you know what? This could be my time of prayer, because at home, like, my husband's working from home during the pandemic. And so I like to talk to God out loud. And so I need to
Yes.
hear, I don't want to be in here writing in my journal and sneaking in prayers. Like, I need to talk to
Right.
him. And so when I realized, like, that is my time to spend with God, like, I can talk to him. So I put my phone right there so people don't think I'm crazy, but I put my phone in the front of me. But I like walk and I'm like talking to God out loud, like, man, God, thank you for the birds and man, the trees and that nice breeze and your sun. Like, or I'll just, like you said, it gives me time to reflect on, maybe I had a problem that day, and I'm just like, that's my time to really talk to God. Like, God, how can I handle that better? Or what can I do? Can you give me some wisdom on this? Or it'll give me time to, like, for me, I'm an introvert. It gave me, like, to push me out of my comfort zone. So if someone is passing me as I'm walking, and I'll be like, hey, how are you? And I'll be like, oh Lord, I'm not used to this. But it gave me, like, it's been helping me to develop, like, on a personal level, like, just people as well. Like, I'm usually, like, just kind of in my box. Like, I
Wow,
like
that's
people,
awesome.
but I'm like, I be so nervous. Like, I don't know what if they don't speak back. So now when people, they're within that 5 feet, I'm like, hey, good morning, how are you? Or good evening. And they're like speaking back. And I'm like, oh, good. Okay.
That is so awesome. That is so
Yeah.
awesome. So now you discover something else about yourself through the process.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, oh my God, thank you for sharing that, because that's what this is all about. That's what this is all about. That is so awesome. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so thank you for doing the challenge. Like, I don't know what led you to do it, but thank you so much, because I think a lot of people are able to show up and to improve in an area that many of us, like, we shy away from, but not realizing it's important. Like, we focus on our spiritual health so much, but we don't really focus on our mental health and our physical health, realizing that all of those things play a part in how effective we can be in the kingdom, and to continue to do what God has called us to do.
Absolutely. And and that is the whole point, because when you're whole, and being whole means being well, because I mean, how many times did Jesus ask people that would say, do you want to be well? Do you want to be well? And well means mind, body, soul. That means the whole thing. And it all works in harmony. So that's the part that I want people to understand, is that when you are whole, then you are well, and your quality of life improves. You make better life decisions. You can do more things with your family. I mean, it's just so much of a benefit. It's just so much of a benefit. And that's what led me to do it, because it's like, I got to get people's attention one way or another, because I know how my life improved. This year I'm going to be 64. I go to the gym 6 days a week. I'm so thankful. I mean, it's my time, and I tell people, that's my tithe. I tithe 2 hours and 40 minutes, 6 days a week. Not to say I don't do it on the seventh day, but I'm just saying 6 days a week. For my temple, I give back that time, because we talk about tithing, and we talk about bringing our tithe. People think it's money, but I give back 2 hours and 40 minutes out of the 24 hours. That's 10% of my 2 hours and 40 minutes is my 10th. So I give that back 6 days a week, because I'm able to do that. I'm able and I'm capable. So I do, because you know what? I know people who can't. And I wish that I could do it for them, just so that they can get on the road to recovery. But that's why I did it. So that people can do and have a better quality of life, because I think it's so important. And the older you get, believe me, it's going to become a thought. It's going to become a thought process that, because hey, I'm looking in 20 years, I'm going to be 84. You know what I mean? In 20 years, you know how fast 20 years go by? It goes by really fast. So I want people to have that thought process, that you want to improve your quality of life. Even now, I don't care if you're 20, 30, 40 years old, 60, 70, 80, you can still improve your quality of life with simply walking 30 minutes a day. Thank you for taking on the challenge. Thank you for changing your life. And everybody around your life is going to change as well. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, Calandra. Thank you for your
Thank
time.
you.
Keep walking. Keep walking.
I will.
Okay. Hey, this is Greta Ross here. Your health matters. It really does matter. So this is going to be something that we're going to continue on. We're going to keep doing this. So thank you, Calandra, for your time. Have a great day. See you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.